Hello, this is week 9 of the CSA season for Luna Circle Farm for 2017. This week your box will have a lot of the same things that we've had over the last few weeks. You will all be happy to know that the zucchinis and patty pans are slowing down a little, so there's a little less this week in your box, a little more emphasis on the patty pans and less on the zucchinis. And I assume over the next week or so those will be slowing down even more. We have some nice, good heirloom tomatoes again. We have a couple of eggplants in each box. Peppers are still coming in a little slowly, so there's still only one in each box. Last week the weather cooled down a bit, and so some of the things that like it hot slowed down a little bit. That was not the case for hot peppers. Hot peppers are still coming in pretty strong. You'll have 4 in your boxes again. You've got 2 jalapenos, a medium hot banana, and a mild green chili. Sun golds are doing really well, and this week you're going to have 2 pints of sun golds in your box. We do have a couple of new things this week. We have beets. Along with their greens, you can eat both the roots. The best way to cook the roots is to cut the greens off and either boil or steam the roots. You can also roast them in the oven, or you can even grill them. They do have a skin, which some people find is a little bit tough. It's usually easier to remove the skin after they're cooked, but you can peel them beforehand if you want to. You can also use these lovely greens. They are in the same family as chard. Also the same family as spinach. Most people prefer the beet greens when they're this size to eat them cooked. I like to just lightly saute them with a little either olive oil or sesame oil is really good, a little garlic, and it just take a few minutes to cook up. Very, very good. The other thing we have that's new this week is an herb called anise hyssop. It has these lovely purple flowers on it, and the leaves, all of it is completely edible. It does have the flavor of anise or black licorice, so if you're not a fan of those things, find somebody who is and give this away. I like to make iced tea with this. There's also some dessert recipes, cookie recipes and stuff. I have also taken the flowers and I have a friend who has a birthday in August, and I like to make her a cake. Make a white frosting and crumble the purple flowers in it, and you get this lovely licoricey flavored kind of pinky purple frosting. It's really lovely. This week we're putting red onions in the box without any greens on them. And we also have a new planting of basil coming in, some really lovely, fresh basil. This smells so good. So it's time to make caprese salad. You know, chop up a lot of tomatoes, the basil, put some fresh mozzarella balls in there, little olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. It's really, really good. One other quick thing I want to talk about with tomatoes is you'll see a lot of tomatoes that look like this that have this green on the top. This is actually called green shoulders. These are the shoulders of the tomato. This part does not ever really ripen up when you have these really kind of, if you could feel these, they're kind of hard and green. The best thing to do with these is to just whack them off and toss them in the compost pile, because they're never going to ripen. You should just eat the rest of the tomato. They can sometimes look like this, where they're a little more yellow than green. It's the same concept. It's a really hard part of the tomato. Just get rid of it. It's not any good. We do have some tomatoes, though, that have these purple tops. And this is a line of tomatoes called the indigo tomatoes. Now, this is not the same thing. The purple on the top on these tomatoes is where that tomato has been facing the sun. And we have 3 different kinds of these that you'll probably see over the course of the season. We have, this one is called an indigo apple. It's red on the bottom. We have another one that's pink on the bottom that's called indigo blue beauty. And then we have a smaller one that's called indigo rose, and they almost look like plums. They're really, really pretty little tomatoes. So don't confuse that purple top with the green shoulders. We have great salad mix this week. A nice huge bag of it. I think this is going to be the last week of salad mix for a little while, so enjoy that. Summer's rolling along here. We've got beautiful melons coming. We're just waiting for a little bit more heat to get them ripened and on their way to your boxes. So I hope you all have a lovely week. Talk to you next week.